Hello and welcome to MOFA session. My name is Rajiv. So today I have come in front of you in your screen students in order to talk about a MOFA, right? Ministry of Foreign Affairs. One of the paper, that paper is fourth. You people know that some of you students might be thinking that we would be a future diplomat, and congratulations for it. That's why we have come here to facilitate you. So in Ministry of Foreign Affairs, यो परराष्ट्रको फोर्थ पेपरमा there is English language students. This is an academic paper. So यसको बारेमा आज हामीहरू छोटो छलफल गर्न गइरहेछौँ. We have that's why we have come over here. So without any delay, let's talk about this session. So you can see that students, English language has four different sections. English language has four different sections. The first one is section A, another one is obviously section B, C, and D. Out of these four different section students, different types of questions are asked with different mark. So the first one is composition. This composition talks about essay. You need to write an essay, and that is also not less students. त्यो पनि सानो हो र. It asks you to write an essay, to compose an essay about 800 to 1000 words. अब 800 देखि 1000 वटा words को you need to write an essay. But happiness is that there is not given a single topic. There is not given it is a multiple there is given options. There are given options students. So out of 3 options you need to pick one and you need to write. Sometimes you are given 2 तर एउटा मात्रै चाहिँ दिदैन. So out of 2 or more topics students you need to write only one. You need to pick only one topic and you need to write essay on it. So composition means essay. But this essay should be written in different paper. जुन section हरु छ त्यो section हरु हरेक section हरु फरक मा लेख्ने नै हो. So you are going to write this essay in separate paper. So essay मा कसरी लेख्ने, we will definitely talking about it later. Next section is it is about translation. There are 2 types of translation students. One, English translation, another is Nepali translation. And you know what? You don't have options there. You need to do both. If the text is the text will be given in English, and English text should be translated into Nepali. And if the Nepali text is given, definitely it will be given. You are going to translate it into English. So each translation consists of 15 marks questions. Right? Consists of 15 marks questions. हरेकको 15 marks हो. So out of this, there are 2 questions. As there are 2 questions, students, the mark will be 30. Next one is comprehensive and Précis writing. This comprehension is reading comprehension. This comprehension means reading comprehension where you are given a passage. Where you are given a passage, the word count can be 400 to 500 words. 450 देखि 500 वटा words भएको. There will be a passage. And this passage will followed by 5 different question students. A, B, C, and D, and E. 5 questions are there. यो 5 वटा questions को तपाईहरुले answer लेख्नु पर्ने हुन्छ. This reading comprehension is a subjective question students. Subjective question. Each questions carries, right, 3 marks. हरेक questions को answer भनेको 3 marks हो. 15 वटा 15 मार्क्स का लागि तपाईहरुले 5 वटा क्वेशन्स अटेम्प्ट गर्नुहुन्छ. राइट, 3 क्वेशन्स भनेको रहेछ. यो 3 क्वेशन्स हैन, 3 मार्क्स हो है, 3 मार्क्स हो. Now at the same time there is given a Précis writing students. There is given a Précis writing. Précis writing is also the same students. There will be a text, and this even text will also be of 400 to 500 words. 500 words limit, 500 words count. And Précis writing is like summary writing. Précis writing is like summary writing. It's not summary writing. It is like summary writing. But what is the difference between it? We will be discussing about it in our regular class. But at the moment, let me tell you, यसलाई चाहिँ 2/3 गर्नुपर्छ. Right? जस्तै 300 वटा शब्दको दियो भनेदेखि 300 को राइट 1/3 भनेको 100 वटा वर्डमा आन्सर आउनु पर्ने हुन्छ. र यो कसरी पत्ता लगाउने छौं, वर्ड काउन्ट कसरी गर्ने, and how to write it in our regular class I'm going to teach you. Now next one, this is the easiest questions, right? Usually this is the easiest part I tell you. Why? Because it has a format. It has a format, and In that format, you need to write diplomatic correspondence, and it is first person note, third person note, even press release or joint communique, you need to write it. It has a format and there is no problem, right? यो चाहिँ 10 मार्क्सको एउटा क्वेशन्स 10 मार्क्सको हुन्छ, दुईटा क्वेशन्सहरु अटेम्प्ट गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. This is our syllabus. अब you may be thinking that यति कुरा त that is in yours that is in your downloaded syllabus also. डाउनलोड गरेको सिलेबसमा पनि यो छँदैछ. नयाँ कुरा चाहिँ के गर्छौं भन्दाखेरि नि हेर्नुस् है, एसे त भनियो तर एसे कस्ता खालका आउँछन् you need to know. Essays are not only fact based essay, not imaginary essay, but they are critical type of essay. Look at here, sample questions. Write an essay in about 800 to 1000 words in any of the following issues. So any of the following भनेको त दुईटा इश्यू देखे होला, यहाँ त एउटा मात्रै देखियो भन्नुहुन्छ. Don't worry, एकछिन पछि अर्को पनि देखाउँछु. Okay, so this essay should reveal your originality and creativity. And the sample question is, the South Asian Association of Regional Corporations, that SARC, had completed 3 decades of its existence. अब त यो भन्दा पनि बढी, right? Right? Okay, so 1985 was its established date. You can see that 40 years plus. Yet it is often said that it has not made significant progress in achieving its objectives. Achieving its objective as defined in the charter. Now, what do you think are some of the achievements that, right, SARC had made or made by SARC in 30 years of its establishment? This is a question which you need to answer, right? And within 800 to 1000 words. About how to answer भन्दाखेरि पनि, you need to know that answer is given already. What are its objectives? You need to know. What are the objectives of SARC, and where are the objectives mentioned in the charter, and after its establishment in 30 years or 40 years, how many achievements it had made so far. So this is how you need to know. What do you think are some of the achievements? You are not going to write it's a failure, but you are going to write some of the achievement within this time. You need to know the question also. Next questions, look at here. This is also our questions. एउटा मात्रै दिदैन, दुईटा दिन्छ कम से कम भन्न त भनेको छु, तीनटा पनि दिन सक्दछ. Write an essay in about 800 to 1000 words in any of the following. And another question is, over the past decade, Nepal had experienced a surge in out-migration for foreign employment to different destination countries. And our out-migration, it has brought many changes in Nepalese society, both good and even bad. Do you agree that despite certain drawbacks means obviously, so despite certain evils or bad, migration is a boon. Boon means आशीर्वाद भइहाल्यो. Boon for Nepalese economy and social life. So here you are not going to talk about bad, you are going to write it positive aspect of migration, and you are not going to write only that, you are going to link it with Nepal's economic and social life. So these two questions that I have displayed over here, यो जुन display गराएँ, यो display गराउँदै गरेका क्वेशन्सहरु चाहिँ, these were the questions asked even in the past. पास्टमा सोधेका क्वेशन्सहरु हुन्. यो तपाईहरुलाई लिएर आउनुको कुरा के हो भन्देखि essay भन्ने बित्तिकै, when we talk about essay, then most of the persons who are not familiar with the कोर्समा familiar नभएको स्टुडेन्ट्सहरुले चाहिँ यसलाई simply academic essay जस्तो सम्झिनुहुन्छ. But it's not like that, students. It is interconnected. अर्को पेपर पनि छँदैछ तपाईहरुको, त्यो पेपरसँग पनि कनेक्ट गर्नुपर्छ. In order to write a very good essay, students, तपाईहरुले सबैभन्दा राम्रो भनेको चाहिँ right अर्को IR जान्नु पर्यो, International Relation and Diplomacy, next paper. That paper, त्यो पेपर चाहिँ कोर पेपर हो, त्यो कोर पेपर जान्नु भयो भनेदेखि प्रब्लम नै छैन. किनकि त्यसैमा लेखेको छ SARC को बारेमा, UN को बारेमा, इन्डो नेपाल रिलेशनशिप, इन्डो चाइना रिलेशनशिप, और सिनो चाइना, नेपाल सिनो चाइना रिलेशनशिप, सिनो भनेपछि चाइना. That is what you need to know, and you can easily write these things when you know the pattern. First and foremost, अब essay त लेख्ने क्वेशन पनि बुझ्यो, लेख्ने चाहिँ कसरी, that is very very important. तर लेख्नु भन्दा अगाडि प्रिपरेसन गर्नु चाहिँ धेरै जरुरी छ. So it is of 20 marks questions. essay आउँदो नै रहेछ, 20 मार्क्स को लेख्नै पर्छ. लेख्दै गर्दाखेरि तपाईहरुले यसको प्रिपरेसन्स चाहिँ यी कुराहरुमा आधारित रहेर गर्नुभयो भनेदेखि यी कुराहरु जान्नुभयो भनेदेखि चाहिँ your essay would be the masterpiece. So for it you need to know the diplomacy, international relationship, and at the same time different types of global issues occurring in the world, right? International organization and its relations with Nepal. International relation, international organization को कस्तो छ सम्बन्ध अथवा नेपालको international organization सँग कस्तो सम्बन्ध देख्नुहुन्छ, you need to know. Critically you need to think regional organizations like SAARC happens, BIMSTEC, diplomatic analysis, different types of diplomatic analysis, what are the international player on अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय घटनाहरुले कस्तो असर पारिरहेको हुन्छ नेपालको foreign policy मा. Even you need to know about Nepal foreign policy, Nepal relation with major power of the world like World Bank. It's also like the international organization and major power of the world means, right, with USA, right, even Russia. Foreign trade, foreign investment, and most importantly Vienna Convention. यो सम्मको प्रिपरेसन गर्नु जरुरी छ. फ्युचर डिप्लोमेट हुन गइरहिसकेपछि what is this Vienna Convention? यो भनेको त हार्ट हो, यो मजाले तपाईहरुले पढ्ने. अब यो कहाँनिर पाइन्छ भन्दाखेरि एडुसफ्ट एकाडेमीमा भन्नुहोस्, हामीले यहाँनिर तपाईहरुलाई पीडीएफ उपलब्ध गराइदिने हाल्छौं. नीड टु रिड दिस थिंग्स. हामीले पढ्नु चाहिँ परेन, सिलेबसमा चाहिँ छैन, तर सबै कुराहरु जस्तै whenever you are preparing for your second, third, fourth संविधान constitution is a guiding guide for your answer. So is the Vienna Convention and other documents for a Ministry of Foreign Affairs and its answers and preparations. Let's see next one. Suppose now let me quickly talk about what could be the format. Format हेर्नुस् है. It's a format of an essay. अब essay को format भनिसकेपछि everybody knows that it is introduction, body and conclusion. Introduction, intro, body you call it, body, intro, body and conclusion. किनकि हामीले पढ्दै आएको कुरा पनि यही त हो, introduction, body and conclusion. But you need to know what you are going to write in your introduction section. In your introduction, students, you should go for three different elements. That there should be a hook statement from the beginning, सुरुवात देखि नै hook हुनु पर्यो. Hook should be followed by background information, students, background information. And next one is every essay should contain at least a thesis statement. You must write all these things in your introduction. And what is this hook, sir? अथवा background information कसरी लेख्ने? And how to manage the thesis statement in our regular class we'll be talking about it. Body को बारेमा पनि यही तपाईहरुलाई मैले भन्ने प्रयासहरु गरे. जति बेला हामीहरु body लेख्छौं नि, whenever we write body is a paragraph. Body is a paragraph. Remember, every paragraph deals with single idea. It deals with single idea, so you need to look at the single idea. There should be a topic sentence. Your body must begin with topic statement or topic sentence. And as you know, students, topic sentence should be followed by supporting details. यसलाई जे भन्नु भएको छ त्यसलाई supporting details लिएर आउनु जरुरी छ. And how you can cite this supporting detail or write the supporting detail? You can write the supporting detail by answering 5W and 1 as questions. 5W and 1 as questions बाट यसलाई justify गर्न सकिन्छ. सबै लेखिराख्नु पर्छ भन्ने जरुरी छैन. But 5W, who did what, when, why, how, and when, where, why, and how. Who did what, when, where, why, and how. You need to answer these questions. अब यस्ता आन्सरहरु गरिराख्दै गर्दाखेरि प्याराग्राफ पनि डेभलप हुँदै गर्छ अनि हामीले लेखेको टपिक स्टेटमेन्ट अथवा टपिक सेन्टेन्सलाई पनि जस्टिफाई गर्दै गरेको हुन्छ. अब सपोर्टिङ डिटेल मात्रै लिएर आएन भएन नि त. You need to cite evidences means examples. Support हुने खालको example तपाईले दिनु जरुरी छ. And finally, even in your body part there should be a conclusion हुनु जरुरी छ. These are the part of the essay which we definitely learned in our regular class. Next one, let me rub this thing. Okay, अब अर्को एउटा paragraph के भनेको छु, conclusion भनिसकेपछि any of the essay without conclusion is incomplete. That's why you need to go for conclusion, and conclusion means right a restatement. त्यो भनेको चाहिँ जे लेख्नु भयो फेरि लेख्दिने. Say what you have said. Say again what you have said. Say what you have said. Say what you have said. What you have said. In your essay, you have said something. पहिलो प्याराग्राफमा इन्ट्रोडक्सनमा के लेखिदिनु भयो, म यो विषयको बारेमा भन्न गइरहेको छु. You have said in the body, in the body's part, right? Body मात्रै भनिन, एउटाबाट जस्टिफाई हुँदैन. तपाईले त्यो जे भन्छु भन्नुभयो त्यो भनिसक्नु भयो. And in your conclusion, you are saying what you have said. That is to say, it is called the rephrase. While writing conclusion, you should not introduce any of the new topic, any of the new, let's say, issues. So माथि लेखिएको कुराहरूलाई कन्भर्ट गर्ने हो. यो तरिकाले हामीले एसे लेख्ने गरिन्छ. जस्तै एउटा स्याम्पल क्वेशन्स तपाईहरुको लागि राखिदिए. The role of diplomacy in modern international relations. Write an essay on the role of diplomacy in modern international relations भनौं भनेदेखि अब यो ब्रेनस्टर्मिङ यसका आइडियाजहरु छन् है. You need to go for brainstorming. पहिले लेख्नु भन्दा अगाडि नै ब्रेनस्टर्मिङ हुन्छ. अहिलेदेखि नै प्र्याक्टिस गर्नुभयो भनेदेखि चैतको बेलासम्म ब्रेनस्टर्मिङ तपाईको दिमागमै हुन्छ. You don't need to write on paper. पेपरमा लेखिराख्नु पर्दैन. But right now what I'm trying to tell you is I'm going to show you, right? I'm going to show you. Look at here. Introduction ma ke huna सक्दछ. What's our title? First, we need to understand the title. The title says that the role of diplomacy in modern international relationship. Role of diplomacy. Diplomacy ko role ke cha international relationship ka लागि हेर्दाखेरि in a world increasing interconnected by trade, technology and shared global challenges, diplomacy plays a pivotal role in maintaining peaceful relations among and within nations. And diplomacy allows countries to resolve conflict, negotiate beneficial agreement, and foster mutual understanding without resorting to violence or coercion. Now look at here, students. मैले अघि तपाईहरुलाई के भनेको थिएँ भनेदेखि जति बेला लेख्नुहुन्छ त्यो तपाईहरुको थेसिस स्टेटमेन्ट आउनु पर्छ भनेको. डिप्लोमेटिक रिलेसन मोडर्न इन्टरनेशनल रिलेसनशिपमा डिप्लोमेसीको रोल के छ भन्दाखेरि हामीले केही कुराहरुलाई यहाँ राखेका छौं. इट हैज द रोल बेनिफिशियल एग्रीमेन्टका लागि. इट हैज अ ग्रेट रोल फोस्टरिङ म्युचुअल अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ. This is also three different things we have written over here. यो तीनटा कुराहरु लेखेका छौं. Resolve conflict, negotiate different beneficial agreement. These are some of the issues which you are going to deal in your body 1, body 2, body 3, body 4. यसरी हामीले डेभलप गर्ने छौं. यो भनेकै थेसिस स्टेटमेन्ट हो. अनि खोइ सर हुक भन्नु होला, स्याम्पल आन्सर हो. सबै अहिले कसरी भनिराख्नु र तपाईहरुलाई, राइट? सबै भनिराख्नका लागि अहिले पनि हामीलाई छैन. अब बडी 1 मा एउटा मात्रै टपिकलाई लेखेर आउने. कन्फ्लिक्टलाई हेर्नुस् त, यहाँनिर हामीले के लेखेका थियौं, रिजल्भ कन्फ्लिक्ट भनिसकेपछि त्यही टपिकलाई इलाबोरेट गर्दिनुस्. टपिक सेन्टेन्स, सपोर्टिङ डिटेल्स should, right? There should be let's say evidences or examples, and at last there should be a conclusion. So what kinds of topic sentence you are going to write in your body 1? Diplomacy as a tool of international relationship is essential for preventing conflict. How? It creates avenues for dialogue where conflicting nations can discuss their issues, understand each other's perspective, and work towards. And this is how you can write these things. अब evidence लिएर आएको छैन, topic sentence लेखाइदिए. अब evidence develop कसरी गर्ने, right? Supporting detail कसरी लेख्ने, conclusion कसरी लेख्ने, regular क्लासमा हामीहरु definitely भन्ने छौं. अब conclusion ma, in conclusion, in nutshell, you can write in conclusion or in nutshell, diplomacy remains as a cornerstone of international peace and cooperation. And through skillful negotiation and understanding, diplomat, right, you are going to look at the different types of alliances and going to resolve the different types of tensions, promoting a more stable and cooperative global community. That's how you need to write. Though it appears to be only 2 sentences, at least 4 sentences को conclusion लेख्ने हामीहरु प्रयास गर्नेछौं. यो भयो पहिलो सेक्सन. That is for 20 marks. 20 marks. यसका लागि हामीहरु कम से कम पनि 4 वटा क्लासहरु पढ्नेछौं. 4 different classes we are going to do. किनकि तपाईहरुले कस्तो लेख्नुहुन्छ त्यो हेर्नु जरुरी छ. कहाँ बिगार्नुहुन्छ त्यो हामीले हेर्नु जरुरी छ. फिडब्याक जरुरी छ. अनि मात्रै एउटा क्राफ्ट बन्छ, राम्रो क्राफ्ट बन्छ. दोस्रोमा तपाईहरुले हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, राइट, ट्रान्सलेसन. There will be 2 text, students. There will be 2 text and one one in English, another is in Nepali. अब जुन टेक्स्टलाई जसलाई ट्रान्सलेट गर्नु भनेको छ, ट्रान्सलेट गर्नु भने दिएको टेक्स्ट चाहिँ दिएको टेक्स्ट, गिवन टेक्स्ट, whatever text is there, it could be either in Nepali or in English. दिएको टेक्स्ट is called, right, source language. Source language. दिएको text is called source language, and whenever you are going to change this language into another, जसलाई चेन्ज गर्नु पर्ने हो त्यसलाई भन्छ टार्गेटेड ल्याङ्ग्वेज, टार्गेटेड ल्याङ्ग्वेज. अब ट्रान्सलेसनका पनि लेयर पत्र छन् स्टुडेन्ट्स, पत्र छन्, त्यो पत्र केलाउनु जरुरी छ, राइट. Comparatively, Nepali translation is easier than English because we have good vocabulary, but when we don't have good vocabulary, it becomes a bit difficult to translate Nepali text into English if you don't have good vocabulary. तर पनि त्यसका लागि प्रब्लम छैन. डिप्लोमेटिक रिलेसन्समा अथवा डिप्लोमेसीमा अथवा इन्टरनेसनल रिलेसनमा प्रयोग हुन सक्ने खालका वर्डको लिस्टहरू हामी तपाईहरुलाई उपलब्ध गराउनेछौँ. देयर विल बी नो प्रब्लम. जस्तै अब हेर्नुहोस् है, यो ट्रान्सलेसन त भनौँ एउटा टेक्स्ट 10 मार्क्सको आउँछ. जस्तै यो इङ्ग्लिसको टेक्स्ट भयो, यो तपाईहरुले देखिराख्नु भएको छ, यसलाई स्क्रिनशट पनि गर्नु होला. दिस इज अ टेक्स्ट आस्क्ड इन द एक्जाम. सानो चाहिँ हुँदैन, राइट. युजुअली 200 देखि 250 अथवा 300 सम्मको भनौँ न, त्यो टेक्स्ट आएको हुन्छ. वर्ड काउन्टमा हेर्नु भनेदेखि, right, about 250 on an average, we can say 250 50 words भएको तपाईहरुलाई टेक्स्ट दिएको हुन्छ. यसलाई नेपालीमा ट्रान्सलेट गर्नुपर्ने हो. कसरी त्यो पनि हामीहरु सिक्नेछौँ इन क्लास or रेगुलर क्लास स्टुडेन्ट्स. यो भयो नेपालीको, यो पनि तपाईहरुलाई 10 कै हो, माथि 20 मार्क्स लेखेको होला. डोन्ट गेट कन्फ्युज स्टुडेन्ट्स, बिकज these two texts are different, right? Nepali text or be it English text, one text, when you translate it into another, it consists of only 10 marks. Now, let's see. अब यस्ता टेक्स्टहरु कसरी क्लासमै भन्छौँ होला. अहिलेका लागि एउटा स्टुडेन्ट्स सानो लेखाइदिए. सानो एउटा टेक्स्ट दिएको छु. ट्रान्सलेट द फलोइङ प्यासेज इन्टु नेपाली. यो भिडियोलाई तपाईहरुले पज गरेर ट्रान्सलेट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. तर त्यो भन्दा अगाडि केही कुराहरु त बुझौँ न. सबैभन्दा पहिले, first and foremost things, whenever you are going to look at this one, then first you need to read the text, and after that going to underline where you don't know its meaning. Suppose the development विकास हो, यो भनेको रिन्युएबल एनर्जी, यो भनेको रिन्युएबल एनर्जी भनेको नवीकरणीय ऊर्जा. ओ माय गुडनेस, नवीकरणीय ऊर्जा जान्नु त पर्यो नि. नवीकरणीय ऊर्जा crucial in combating climate change. अब यो combating को डाइरेक्ट मिनिङ हेर्नु भने, लिटरल मिनिङ भने त फाइटिङ हो, राइट. तर यहाँ हामीहरु के गर्न खोजिरहेका छौं? समाधान गर्न खोजिरहेका छौं, नियन्त्रण गर्न खोजिरहेका छौं. कम्ब्याटिङ भनेको चाहिँ नियन्त्रण गर्न खोजिरहेका छौं भन्ने शब्द अझ राम्रो हुन्छ, राइट. यससँग कसले फाइट गर्न सक्छ र? फाइटिङ भनेको त जहिले पनि जुनसुकै देशहरु पनि, दे आर डेफिनेटली कम्ब्याटिङ. every nation is combating, in terms of for the climate for the climate change, but it's not the fighting. It's about controlling. Nations around the world are working together to promote this new technology. अब new भनेर आइदियो. new means नयाँ स्टुडेन्ट, नयाँ अथवा नवीन, and reduce, minimize गर्नु dependency on fossil fuel. अब यो fossil fuel भनेको चाहिँ के हो? जीवाश्म इन्धन. That's how you need to know. And अब यसलाई चाहिँ एउटा सेन्टेन्स मात्रै हो, यसलाई ट्रान्सलेट गरेर यहाँ राखेको छु. हेर्नुहोस् है त. नवीकरणीय ऊर्जा, सबैभन्दा पहिले तपाईहरुले जान्नु पर्ने, where is the subject? Subject should be followed by verb and object. This is the pattern. So you should know the subject. अब यही मात्रै हुँदैन. It is the sample answer. That's why I have written here sample answer. नवीकरणीय ऊर्जा स्रोतहरुको विकास जलवायु परिवर्तनलाई नियन्त्रण गर्न महत्त्वपूर्ण छ. के छ? नवीकरणीय ऊर्जा स्रोत. यिनीहरुको डेभलपमेन्ट, विकास गर्नु चाहिँ जलवायु परिवर्तन, क्लाइमेट चेन्ज लाई नियन्त्रण गर्न अत्यन्त महत्त्वपूर्ण छ. That is crucial. Crucial is what is translated. Loose translation यही हो भन्ने त छैन. संसारभरिका अथवा विश्वभरिका राष्ट्रहरुले नयाँ प्रविधिको प्रवर्धन र जीवाश्म इन्धनमा निर्भरता घटाउन एकसाथ काम गरिरहेका छन्. This is how you are going to write this one. अब इङ्ग्लिस पनि आउला स्टुडेन्ट्स, इङ्ग्लिस पनि आयो अरे नेपालमा अब इङ्ग्लिसलाई आयो भने के गर्ने? इङ्ग्लिसमा मैले भने नि अलिकति अप्ठ्यारो हुन सक्दछ भनेर, तर यहाँ अप्ठ्यारो राखिएको छैन। नेपालले आफ्नो सांस्कृतिक विविधता, what is this सांस्कृतिक विविधता means? This means cultural diversity. Cultural diversity. Cultural diversity र प्राकृतिक सम्पदा नेचुरल रिसोर्सेसमा आधारित पर्यटन प्रवर्धन टुरिज्म प्रमोसन राइट गर्दै आएको छ, जसले त्यसको आर्थिक समृद्धिमा इकोनोमिक प्रस्पेरिटी योगदान पुर्याउँछ। योगदान मिन्स कन्ट्रिब्युसन। यस्ता वर्डहरू हामीले जानिसकेपछि अब यसलाई कसरी लेख्ने भनेर हामीहरू क्लासमा पनि छलफलहरू गर्नेछौँ। एउटा यसको टेम्प्लेट हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। नेपाल हेज बिन प्रमोटिङ टुरिज्म based on its cultural diversity and natural heritage, right, which contributes to economic prosperity of the country. This is how we have done. Now, at the same time, students, even for, oh my goodness, right, okay, for section C र section D को कुरा चाहिँ पछि आएर म भन्ने छु। अब हाम्रो क्लास सुरु भइसकेको छ। अब हाम्रो क्लास सुरु भएको छ, तपाईहरुलाई लागेको होला फी कति छ, what is the fee structure, okay, and the course duration, how long the course runs, and what types of other facilities are there. यो सबै बुझ्नका लागि you can easily ring right in one of the or all of the, एउटामा कि त सबैमा कलहरु गर्नुस्, एउटा न एउटा उठेर भइ नै हाल्छ। And definitely here you can see one thing, download Edusoft app from our Android or Apple. यहाँबाट गरिसकेपछि पनि तपाईहरुले अन्य विविध जानकारीहरु पाउनुहुनेछ। Having said this thing, यति भन्दै आजको यो क्लासबाट I am moving. I will catch you in my next class. Till that time, bye bye, and as always, namaste.